Okay, let's talk Atlanta real estate. It's going through this huge, massive shift. That whole frenzy we saw, it's over. We're in a brand new, much more balanced era now. So today, we're going to break down what all of this actually means for you.
So if you've been keeping an eye on the Atlanta market at all, you know the last few years have been, well, a pretty wild ride, right? But I'm here to tell you that frantic, totally seller-driven market, yeah, that's officially over. The entire game has changed. Just think about it. On one side, you had the absolute frenzy of 2022. Just not enough homes to go around, these insane bidding wars. And on the other side, well, that's the market today, a state of balance. And the most important takeaway here is that the power dynamic has completely flipped. I mean, buyers actually have choices now, and for the first time in what feels like forever, some real negotiating power.
Okay, so what do we even mean when we say a balanced market? You can think of it as the sweet spot in real estate. The technical definition is having about 4 to 6 months worth of housing inventory. It basically means the market isn't tilted way in favor of sellers or buyers. It's a level playing field, and right now Atlanta is sitting squarely on it. All right, so let's dive into the actual numbers, because the data really tells the story of this massive shift. First up, let's talk median sale price. It's holding strong at $445,000. And get this, that's actually up 2.4% from last year. So this isn't some market crash, not at all. It's a stabilization. Prices are still going up, just at a much healthier, more sustainable pace. But the inventory story, wow, that's where things get really dramatic. We've seen a nearly 37% surge in available homes just since this summer. This, right here, is the single biggest factor changing everything. It's what's giving buyers all these new options and really easing that pressure cooker feeling. And here it is, the magic number, 4.6. That's 4.6 months of supply. Remember that definition of a balanced market we just talked about? We are smack dab in the middle of that 4 to 6 month window. This single number is the clearest proof you can get that the power has well and truly shifted. This little snapshot here really puts it all together, doesn't it? Sales are holding steady, but just look at that inventory jump, up almost 40% year over year. And check this out, days on market. Homes are now sitting for an average of 77 days. Now compare that to the absolute chaos of 2022, when we only had 1.5 months of supply. It's a completely different world out there, one that finally gives buyers some much-needed breathing room. But, it's not quite that simple. This story isn't the same everywhere you look across the metro area. In fact, what we're really seeing is this great divide popping up between the city and the suburbs. Location, it matters now more than ever. And this data is just fascinating. You've got suburban hotspots like Alpharetta still seeing healthy price growth, almost 4%. But then you look at the city of Atlanta proper, and prices have actually dropped by 4.7%. That is a really clear divergence in where the demand is. And here's another layer to that. Sellers out in the suburbs, they're still getting almost their full asking price. But meanwhile, the urban condo market, well, it's feeling that softness. Those properties are just lingering on the market for a lot longer before they finally sell. This isn't just numbers on a screen. Local agents are out there seeing this with their own eyes every single day. This quote I saw on social media just captures the sentiment perfectly. Urban prices feel stagnant, but the suburbs are still climbing. So, with all this change happening, you might be wondering, okay, why is the market balancing instead of just crashing? And the answer really lies in this incredibly powerful economic engine that just keeps Atlanta running. Atlanta's economy is seriously the bedrock that's preventing any kind of major downturn. We're talking tens of thousands of new jobs, tens of thousands of new residents. That means a constant, steady flow of people who need a place to live. And all that demand, fueled by super low unemployment and these booming industries like tech and film, creates this really strong floor under home prices. Okay, so we've looked at the big shift and the why behind it. Now for the really important part. Let's turn all this data into some actual, actionable strategies, whether you're thinking about buying or selling. Like this one buyer put it on social media, we are in a golden window for deals. And they're right. With more houses to choose from and way less competition, this is a moment of genuine opportunity. All right, so for all you potential buyers out there, the playbook is pretty clear. Step 1, act now. This peak inventory window is where you'll find the best deals. Step 2, get pre-approved.
Seriously, this is non-negotiable. It's your key to having any negotiating power. Step 3, negotiate. Don't be afraid to offer 3 to 5% below the list price. That's back on the table now. And finally, step 4, look out to the suburbs. Places like Gwinnett County are where you might find some real value.
Now, for all you sellers, the strategy definitely has to adapt. Those days of just listing a home and expecting a flood of offers way over the asking price, they're gone. You've got to price your home realistically right from the get-go. And with more competition out there, making your home look its absolute best, staging it for success, is more critical than ever. Oh, and don't forget, cash is still king. It makes up about 26% of all deals. So if you get a cash offer, give it some serious thought. And looking ahead, well, the experts really don't see a downturn coming. They're forecasting continued stable growth in both sales and prices. They see inventory settling right into that healthy 5 to 6 month supply range. It all points to a market that's healthy and, most importantly, sustainable. So, when you boil it all down, the main takeaway is this. Atlanta's real estate market has done something pretty remarkable. It's found its balance. The absolute frenzy is over, and it's been replaced by genuine opportunity. So the only question left to ask is now your moment to make a move?